There are lots of things in the August sky for you to explore and to enjoy. No telescope needed. In 2021, the highlight of highlights could be the Perseid meteor shower. And in a moment, I'll tell you why 2021 is special. Meteor showers happen because as Earth orbits the sun, it sometimes passes through a cloud of debris. And in this case, Earth will be passing through a debris trail left in the orbit of comet Swift-Tuttle. Earth passes through this debris cloud every August. It's around the 12th or 13th that we pass through the most dense part of the debris cloud. So that's the peak of the meteor shower when you should see the most meteors in the sky. And as Earth orbits the sun, it's this edge of the Earth that's leading. It's this edge that bumps into most of the debris from the comet. So when we're on this side of the Earth as it turns around, that's the best time to watch. And that's between dawn and midnight. So August 12th or 13th after midnight. If you're staying up late on the 12th, by the time it's after midnight, it will be the 13th. And another tip for seeing the most meteors is to go out when the moon is not up in the sky, before it rises or after it sets. And I said I'd tell you why 2021 is special. Well, in 2021, the moon sets not too long after sunset. It's a new crescent moon. So you have all night, especially after midnight, with no moonlight to interfere with the light of the meteors. And which way do you look? Up is what I always say, wherever the sky is clearest, wherever you get the best and most comfortable view. It's called the Perseid meteor shower because if you follow the trails back, they'll all converge on the constellation Perseus. But actually, if you're looking at the constellation Perseus, that's not where you'll see the most meteors. You'll probably see the longer trails away from Perseus. So just any place in the sky where you get a good view is good. And how to look? Well, if you can, get away from city lights. Perseid meteors are known for their brightness, so even if you live in a city like I do, if you wait a while at the right time, you'll probably see some meteors, but you'll see many more if you'll get out of the city where the sky is darker. Let your eyes get used to the darkness. That's always good when you're doing any sky watching, and even though it's summer, dress warmly. I've mentioned before that Venus is getting higher and brighter in the evening sky just after sunset. Well, in August, it is still getting brighter, but it's hardly getting higher at all due to the way the Earth is tilted and moves around. You should still watch Venus. It's so easy to find. And just before the meteor shower on the 10th and the 11th, there'll be nice new crescent moons nearby to Venus. On the 10th, the moon will be especially slim, so if you do see it, it will be very beautiful, but a little bit challenging. If you miss it on the 10th, try it on the 11th. And later in the month, when the moon is full, it will be close to the planet Jupiter. Now, usually when the moon is full, nearby objects are hard to spot, but Jupiter is always especially bright. So I imagine we will see Jupiter and the full moon near each other. Not too far away, and this is in the southwest, you might see the planet Saturn, fairly bright, not quite as bright as Jupiter. Let's look at some bright stars for August. Spica is the bright star in the constellation Virgo. It sets not too long after sunset, a little after the planet Venus. In September, Spica will be almost lost in the sunset. So August is your last best chance to see Virgo and Spica this year. To find Spica, there's a trick that stargazers use. First, find the Big Dipper, 7 bright stars in the northwest this time of year that make the shape of a cup with a long handle. You can follow the handle in a kind of curve, an arc, past the bright star Arcturus, a star that will still be up for many months, and keep going and speed on to Spica. Arc to Arcturus, speed on to Spica, and there you'll find it. Joining us in the east in August is a group that includes a square of stars, almost a square tipped on its corner. That's the great square of the constellation Pegasus. Can you see it? If you do see it, You can imagine the body of a great flying horse, and the stars of Pegasus will be with us all through autumn and into winter. August will be the last month this year that I'll say the summer triangle is getting higher and brighter in the evening sky, because it's about as high as it can get. And after August, it'll start being a little lower in the evening sky. I imagine that you can see those bright stars now on our computer screen. By the way, we've been using the computer program Stellarium to make these images of the night sky. And I'll add labels so that we can see the three stars: Vega, the brightest, Deneb, and Altair, the summer triangle. And this view in Stellarium doesn't show north, south, east, or west, and that's because the summer triangle is pretty much straight up, a little to the south, but mostly up. Of the three constellations, the Lyre, Aquila the eagle, and Cygnus the swan, I think Cygnus is the one that looks like a bird with its wings outstretched. Aquila or Lyra, you can imagine almost anything when you look at those stars. And I've been showing only the brightest stars, the one you might see on a very clear night near a city. Here's a view that shows many more stars and even shows that through the summer triangle, a cloudy band of faint stars, because they're so far away, stretches across the sky, and that's the Milky Way. I hope maybe you can get out of the city sometime this summer, find the summer triangle, and see the Milky Way running across the sky. And that encouragement for you to find a dark sky brings us back to the Perseid meteor shower, because the meteors, you'll see more of them, and they'll look better if the sky around them is dark. Also, look for Venus. It doesn't have to be too dark to see Venus, and on the 10th and the 11th, the slim crescent moon will be next to Venus. Later in the month, the full moon next to Jupiter. Last chance to see Virgo this year in August. And hello, Pegasus. Welcome to the evening sky in August. The summer triangle has been up, but it's as high as it gets in August in the evening sky, and you'll be able to follow it for many months to come. Good luck.